Niza, I would like to ask a question. I think it is the most important question of the day. So,
belum Temenggung Rainforest in Perak. Yeah, it is a first time for me also. Amazon man-made lake there. Yeah, it's in the boat ride. There's still about 5 to 7 groups of orang asli in that area. They enjoy their life there. A very simple lifestyle, I would say. Fish their own fish from the lake, get some resources from the forest and all that. Yeah. Then we get to know. Actually, for that area, only place that I've been to is actually this ISO certified plastic recycler factory in Klang. It's called Green Concept Tech. They took this end-to-end plastic recycling process, uh, getting all sort of plastic waste, crushing it, washing it, sorting based on type, whether it's PP or PET, melting it, pelletizing it, and mold and send to another manufacturer that produce plastic chairs, office plastic chairs, yeah, some parts of motorcycles, right? It is such a complex process. I've been there. I look at the all these, a worker sorting all sort of plastics manually. At the same time, in the factory, they have a very quite a high tech equipment with AI technology that separating different type of plastic into its place, right? Also conversation with the owner saying that it's a tough business. Recycling industry is tough business because the manufacturer, for example, they prefer to get a raw material rather than a recycled product, right? So and the margin is very low. So it keep me thinking. I've done what we call like a green norm, right? I use my own shopping bag and all that. But when I look around, when I get to know about this, it seems that it's not enough, right? What we are doing is not enough. So I want to take one step back to really understand. We thought that we are doing okay, but why this is still happening? So I want to learn more about this and I want to see how we can make a difference, right? So I learn more, I read, and this is where I would like to share with all as well. Yeah, if I can have that. Yeah. So this so-called what we are very familiar with, the concept of linear economy, right? So where we put it away, we discard as a waste, right? And in the recycling economy that we know for many years, right? The flow is almost the same. Taking from natural resources, make it, use it. Yes, we do recycle it, yeah, repurpose some of the material, but still at the end it go to waste. So the third concept, which is called circular economy, this is where I find is a bit. I have some struggle to understand what this is all about in the first place. But finally, I managed to actually get to that. What it means is that when manufacturer make something, they only take minimal from the natural resources, but they actually make use of the recycled item, or they make use of product that being returned back, right? And again, they sell, we use, and when we use, we keep on reusing, we keep on repairing, we can return, right? This I think the concept of product as services. You may no longer need to buy a washing machine, for example. You just rent, right? You rent, after maybe after a while you want to change to a new model, you can actually get a new model. You just pay for the services, not really buying the whole product. Right, so that's actually open up my understanding about what green concept is all about. Yeah, so another thing that I will as another example, when we talk about the circular economy just now. Okay, if I ask you, Jamila, if I said that okay, I'm going to give you a toothbrush which is made of recycled plastic, how will you feel?
As for myself, I think there's no wrong to accept that because to the future greeners, I would like to actually help to preserve the environment. Um, yeah,
Yeah, but if you get to see what I saw at the factory, the plastic recycle factory, um, it's taking from a waste.
yeah,
See, yeah,
true.
with plastic waste is mixed because not we don't have. I think in Malaysia we don't have that awareness yet in segregating our waste. So all sort of plastic being mixed up is so dirty that place, right?
Yeah,
So I will for me I will have that hesitant whether I'm going to buy a toothbrush which is actually made from recycle product. But if I tell you the toothbrush is actually made from yogurt container, how will you feel,
wow.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's in the sense of our awareness. I will definitely buy if I know that toothbrush is actually made from a yogurt container. I definitely give to my kids, right? Because I know it gone to a very a proper process and all that, right? So this is another challenge that we are facing in our day to day. We have lack of awareness. Um, on this, um, there's a very low recycling rate, right? Because of the need for high technology to
yes,
come to
true.
produce a good quality product using recycle. And also, I would say that enforcement is also a bit lacking. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
With
Thank you,
with
Dr.
all
Niza. Thank you, Dr. Niza, for a very inspiring stories. It has inspired me to become a better greener in the future. And thank you too for imparting very valuable insights to help the audience to get a clearer idea of what actually we mean by going green through your amazing stories. All right, so now it is time for me to hand over the session to my partner of the day, Mr. Lukman Abdullah. And Mrs. Lumai, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jamila, for that wonderful segment. So before we move on to our next part, I just want to give a brief talk about what is Permata Dunia. So before we move on, I just want to give a brief background of what our Go Green initiative is. Our Go Green initiative is a grassroots environmental campaign that wants to unite people, not just students, but people such as teachers, schools, and students to create a culture of conservation in the campus. And it wants to unite these people by giving the tools to better provide and care for the environment. So organizations big and large, NGOs, schools, both university and small, the ability to take part in the initiative by giving them opportunities to recycle, to conserve energy, and to do everything else so that they can better conserve the environment around them and to better protect the people around them. So to give you guys an idea of how big this Go Green initiative is, as of right now, 10 million pounds of trash have been kept from the landfills due to the Go Green initiative. And 25.7 million gallons of drinking water is available because of this initiative. So they've done a lot, as you can see. And finally, just to give you guys a scale of how many people are in this initiative, 2.2 million students are currently registered in the Go Green initiative. So that's a lot of people that are caring for the environment. So next up, we have a video from our very own president of MMU for our Permata Dunia. And finally, we have a video updates from our own alumni in Apa Kabar Permata Dunia. So let's take a look.
Apa khabar Permata Dunia? Greetings from MMU. Multimedia University takes pride in your achievement. We always want to know your latest update. We welcome Permata Dunia to share your ideas and insights. MMU and you can always work continuously as a team. Together we can soar higher. Good luck for more successes. Stay connected with MMU. Visit alumni website at alumni.mmu.edu.my or Facebook page and Instagram Permata Dunia. MMU miss you. Kasih sayang dari MMU. MMU miss you.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Hi, my name is Putrimira binti Muhammad Jasmi Tan, a Multimedia University graduate class of 2014 in Bachelor of Accounting. Basically, I'm running an online business in the fashion industry. Actually, since young, I was already exposed in entrepreneurship. I helped my mother to sell kuih and crepes from house to house with my brother. So as I grew older during my university years, I started to have the thought of I want to have my own income and I do not want to depend on my parents' money. When Rayyan Haya started, what I'm selling back then is heat scarf. I become an agent of a popular heat scarf brand back then. I sell it to my family and my friends, so they are my first customers. As the demand keep on increasing and people asking for more options, people ask for dresses, so that's how I started to set up my own production team for dresses. So during my university years, I'm quite active in our leadership program as well as our entrepreneurship program. What I've learned from MMU back then is that since I've joined SRC, so we have our program under leadership that I developed my leadership during those programs, and as well as my accounting studies, which helped me to have a better financial knowledge in order for me to manage my business. But with every step and effort that we take to try break the obstacles, when we finally overcome it, is a great feeling. And then another obstacle coming. So only with knowledge from books, from others' experiences, as well as from your study years in Multimedia University, from the guidance from mentors, would help to ease the challenges that we may face in business to reach a better insight. Thank you.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Saya Echenta, Managing Director daripada Ilham Echenta. Okay, saya pemata dunia tahun 2007 di Fakulti Kreatif Multimedia, Universiti Multimedia Jaya dalam majoring Digital Media.
Hai, saya Shahrir, Operation Director di Ilham Echenta. Saya merupakan pemata dunia dari Fakulti Kreatif Multimedia, majoring in Interface Design back in 2007. Di sini kami Ilham Echenta ni kami dah bermula back in 2012 dulu, di mana kami kenapa kami pilih terpen waktu tu disebabkan waktu tu dalam market masih kurang benda ni. So jadi kami cuba untuk mengisi kekosongan yang ada dan memberi sesuatu yang baru dan fresh untuk customer di luar sana. Jadi sejak 2012, lepas tu pada 2014 kami ada butik sendiri, dan juga dari situ kami mula mengembangkan lagi bisnes kami melalui online, ada website sendiri, dan juga pada 2015 kami dah mula ada cawangan-cawangan kecil lain seperti di Singapura, sewaktu tu di Singapura, dan juga seterusnya kami juga ada di Isetan KLCC, dan yang terkini kami juga ada di Sogo, Johor Bahru.
Wow, it is so cool to see our president, Prof. Datuk Dr. Ms.Lim and the other alumni on the screen supporting our green campaign. Thank you, Lukman, for the updates on the Permata Dunia. Now let's move on to our next segment with Mr. Murali. So, alright, Mr. Murali, I believe that using a sustainable and renewable energy is one of the most important elements in applying green norm in our lives. And I know one of the sustainable energy that I know is solar energy. So, I'd like to ask you, Mr. Murali, what is the green concept for energy and what is solar energy is all about? So, would you mind sharing with us?
Sure. Thank you, Jamila. So the whole spectrum of going green can start with your own self. You can actually look at basic home to day-to-day activities, day-to-day savings. However, energy is a broader spectrum. There are cheaper options such as energy efficiency, setting your aircons to 24 degrees Celsius or higher, or even trying to avoid aircon altogether and just using fan. Solar photovoltaic, that's what I'll be sharing today. It's solar mainly for